Good evening, Warband. I told you I'll be back. This is Sir Yeetus. We are doing episode 1 of Yeetus's debate. Yes, you guys are a part of history. I pretty much thought about this on the spot. I told you guys this earlier. But right now, I really do believe that we should actually try to have an actual discussion or debate. Anybody that's for or against, I do not care. Just come up on the screen, let me know what your point is, and then we'll go from there. It's pretty much that easy. It's just not that hard. It will be more structured in the future, but we gotta work out the kinks. The OGs of this channel remember when I did my first ever live stream. I was green as hell. I did not know what was happening. We're going to be doing the same thing all over again with this new series of Yeetus's debates. But before we begin, if you want to support your boy Sir Yeetus, the Warband, you can click on the 2 links on top of the chat and donate to paypal.me/Sir Yeetus or Cash App/Sir Yeetus, or you can do the super chat like what Channel did. Channel, thank you very much for the $20. $20. Oh, New Zealand dollars. My bad. 20 New Zealand dollars. Thank you very much, man. It is going to contribute to something big in the future. I just need to accumulate enough funds. Yeah, you guys are going to like it. It's going to be some type of like, it's going to be on some like anime opening shit with the Warband. It's going to be sick. It's going to be sick. Woo! It's going to be crazy. But also, you can donate through the super thanks, or you can just watch. I don't care. Okay. Because at the end of the day, like I always say, as long as you're watching this channel, that's what's most important. Because where else are we going to have these conversations? So, let's begin. The topic today: did modern women cause the downfall of the nuclear family? And what I mean by that is, are they the only cause? Are they the main cause? Are they part of the cause? Or did they, or it's not their fault at all that the nuclear family is pretty much going down the drain? Okay, when I mean by nuclear family, I mean a mom, a dad, and a kid or 2, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. A traditional family of a father, mother, and their kids that are married as well. Okay. The ideal nuclear family is that they're married. But of course, in 2022, all that is in the distant past. I'm going to be inviting people right now, and I saw that possibly Nixon Talks is able to join. So, Nixon, if you're still here, I'm going to send you the link through StreamYard and through Discord. And I'm going to let the rest of you guys come join. I just want to hear your piece. I just want to hear what you're talking about. Then, guys, I'm going to be pretty busy with the debate, if there is any. So I won't be able to catch all your questions or your what you want to say. So if you want to make it easier, just super chats or the Cash App or the PayPal, whatever it is, I'll be able to catch it a lot quicker. But I will try my best to read as many comments as I can. All right, I see people that are coming in right now. This is gonna be a good conversation because I could think of various reasons on why the nuclear family is starting to become no more. But do you believe women are the main cause? Do. Okay, I see 2 people. Dex, what's going on?
Yeetus, my man. Puniti, brother.
Puniti. I'm going to add one more person. Nixon.
Yeah, the boys.
What's happening, Nixon?
I just had some great butter chicken.
Wait, hold up. Why do you have Dr. Disrespects Is that
It's
some
not.
disrespect?
Nah. It's a random mullet silhouette because I'm growing a mullet. I have been for a minute, so I'm like, you know what? I need something that represents me. It looks like disrespect. It's not. It's not intended to be. So if you do see it as Doctor Disrespect, take it as an homage. At least it's not Doctor Disrespect, as far as I know.
All right. Okay. Too easy. I'm gonna get you guys' points. I'm gonna add one more person. Then we're gonna do the debate. No more than
Yeah.
4 people, because
R-
last time it just went crazy. Um, we'll start with Dax since you came in here first. Dax, what is your position on this topic right now? What is your stance?
So, I think the primary blame belongs to the simps because without, let's be honest here, without simps, without men in general, none of this would be possible. But, when it comes to simps, they're the reason that women have as big of a voice as they have in today's world. They're the reason why women, have the right to vote. They're the reason why women have so much say in politics these days, and they're the reason why women are as narcissistic as they are today. Is because we, not men collectively, but the subset of men allow them to, have as much voice as they have. Is because things are getting out of hand, and I mean, I hate to say it, but we're getting into some times where things are getting out of control, and we can blame women as much as we want, but at the end of the day, like, men have a say in this too, and you know we as we really need to realize that men are the ones to be held accountable here, not just women but men as well. So
Okay, I see what you're saying. You believe, or your stance is, simps are the main reason the things are falling apart because they allowed for this to go this far, pretty much, or even encouraged.
yes.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Nixon, you are next.
Well, I won't be on here for too long because you got your debate to do. So I'll be a avid listener. I'll be in the chat paying
Oh, it's all
attention.
good.
But
Everybody's involved. Everybody.
okay, cool. Well, like Dax said, he's got a point there because when men are putting themselves in a position where, hey, I make all the rules, and if I want X woman to get with me, then I will cater to whatever her needs are. Ergo, she will end up getting with me. It's been proven to not be the case. So there's a fair point there. I want to look at the 60s and the 70s when contraception was first created. Now, this is an argument for or against it, but if you look at that point there, and then after that, what came through was Cosmopolitan magazine. And I don't know if you know about this. Maybe you have. I've mentioned this before a few times on other streams of mine. But Cosmo was so influential to ladies in the 70s and the 80s on living the Cosmo life, working, not being a mother, not needing to be a parent, doing what she needs to do, living by herself and partying and doing all sorts of things like that. And that was all spread through Cosmopolitan. Now, there was a writer, one of the senior editors, I think, Sue Ellen Browder, back in 2020, released a book on how Cosmo lied to women to sell feminism under the guise of freedom, in the sense of you don't have to have kids. Why should you be kept aside? Why should you be only there to birth children and care for them and basically have yourself a stay-at-home mother, as if it was such a bad thing? Because back then, if you were pregnant as a female, you would get fired after a certain amount of time because they couldn't keep you on there and pay you and not have you work. Whereas that's changed now. We know that. So that's the situation there. In saying that, though, throughout the 70s and the 80s, excuse me, when they say things like what it's like to be wooed by him, how to get the best out of your love life, what to do when you need to, do X, Y, and Z, and the abortion as birth control, when that come into it as well, that was a massive thing, because they used it as a reason to say, well, you don't have to do all these sorts of things. You can just do whatever you want and not worry about it, because you can take contraception, you can have an abortion, you can have this and that, and don't worry about having a family. Whereas in recent years, ladies who have lived this lifestyle, and I can pull up some articles for you, they've actually lived the quote unquote Cosmo life, and they're in their 40s now thinking, holy shit, I miss my boat. I struggle to have a family now. I have to adopt children. I didn't have the actual life I wanted. It was not what I needed. I'm lonely. I want children. And it all falls to pieces for him. But that, again, stems from the original point, as Dax was saying, from the early days of the 20s leading up to this point, because men are complicit in this as well.
All right. So what you're saying is there's a lot of variables on why the nuclear family fell apart, such as the media, the game changer of abortion and birth control and all that other crazy stuff that pretty much disrupts the natural order, and feminism. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's okay. I see what you're saying. So Dax, Simps, Nixon, various of things that contributed to the downfall. Okay, I'm gonna add another person. This person may or may not disagree. I don't know. Hello.
Hey, what's up, bro?
What's going on, man? What is
Sorry about last time, bro. That wasn't here.
Hey, it's all good, man. What are you for or against the situation of are modern women the main cause of the nuclear family going down? Or is
I
it
don't think it's
something
like particularly just modern women. I think it's like modern society. What happened? You can't hear me?
Nixon, can you hear him?
No.
Oh,
how about now?
That's weird.
Huh.
Bounce me out and bring me back in, maybe.
All right.
Shall I continue or?
So, want me to remove you, Nixon?
Yeah.
All right. All right, go ahead and continue.
Yeah, thank you. As I was saying, I'm just thinking in general, like modern life is like part of the big problem, like modern society. You get me? Like I'm saying, like people just have too much options now. You know, like they don't like a lot of people don't need to raise a family or have kids. Like the people I be talking to, like so rarely, like some of them, like a lot of the goals, they don't really want children, you know, or a family.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
You know, there's like so many options here.
So you're on a similar boat like Nixon then. It's just a combination of everything, right?
It's just it's a combination. It's a lot of things. Like depending on one subject, like modern women, like it's like too like you're like limited in the vision. You know, you're not seeing the bigger picture.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. All right, we're going to add one more person before we start, you know, any type of questions on this. Carry on. What's going on?
I'm fine.
What is your stance on this, on the question today?
What everyone said is truthful. Like, media did cause a lot of damage to societies and families too. Even if we're not going to accept it, like most people do, like Simpsons had a negative effect on how people see fathers and like comedy skits and so on. Like most dads are dumb and those type of stuff. But besides that, yeah, it's also men too, because men did allow certain behaviors to go unchecked for a long period of time. And in the beginning, they were okay with it. A few men would disagree, but they were like the minority at the time. And well, the situation got progressively worse. And when the older generation was getting phased out, the newer generation was being raised in this society. So everything they saw was like, oh, well, this is just the norm. And they didn't really question it until like they experienced what life had in offer for them.
Okay. Yeah. I agree with all that. None of you guys are wrong. At least in my opinion, you guys are not wrong. Nixon, can you hear?
All right, now it's better. I should not use anything other than Chrome for StreamYards. I've learned that.
Yeah,
So have I.
StreamYard sucks. Yeah. Okay, so since I got no haters for some reason, like any hater wants to join, go ahead and join. I don't care. Be my guest.
They probably won't call in.
Hell, you don't even have to be a hater. Just you can disagree. All right, I ain't gonna roast you unless you give me a reason to roast you.
Maybe
So-
we'll get lucky. Maybe we'll get lucky, and Croaky will call in.
Okay. Oh my God, he embarrassed himself, bro.
Oh,
Wow,
dude.
that's what you
I
get
just
for
like to have
stealing-
fun. Good chill time.
Hey guys, let's
Yeah,
drink
that's,
some
that's
PBR together.
definitely your fault for trying to hop on somebody else's train to success. Croaky, you brought it on yourself. I saw that you blocked all the comments on your other channel.
Oh,
So
really?
you know now.
That's bad. That's bad.
Yep. He knows.
We don't appreciate art thieves around here.
But
We don't take kindly to imposters around here.
okay, so right now I'll be the devil's advocate. Okay, so why isn't it men's fault in the sense of just men in general, not just simps? About the nuclear family breaking down. Why isn't it men's fault?
Well, maybe weak men, I would say, is their fault.
Yes.
Because I have a friend, bro. Like he told me like his father would like come in for a couple of years and then ditch, and then come in for a couple more years and just ditch, bro. Like he pretty much like didn't have a father for like most of his life, bro. Like fucked up. And he said his mom was like shit too, bro. Like I don't know, like too much of the mob. But I feel like like if their father's not there, like weak man, like. But he's already like my friend's doing all right for himself.
Okay, so what about the men that walked out on their families on purpose?
Right. No, I mean I'm sure on them, bro. They're fucked it. Like they fucked it up. Like on purpose. Like this guy, like he would just come in and leave. Like he kind of like fucked up your genes there, bro. Like or like your lineage. Like say your son, like my friend. Like say that guy has a family, kids. He's not gonna fucking want to associate with you at all, or even mention you by name.
Yeah, but this guy probably has multiple other children, or he already had a wife and kids before.
Possibly he was a trucker. I don't know the full story. That could be a factor in it, but like I'm just going based off what my friend said. But still, like if that's the case, then he's fucking up more families. He's fucking up like you're just like spreading fire pretty much. If that's what he's doing.
Okay, so what about the men that were purposely sleeping around when he had a family at home? Huh? What about the men that are purposely abusive to the wife and kids? And the wife and kids had to get away.
Right. I mean, hey, I don't approve of any of that. Like a wife beater or like an abuser of any kind. I won't approve of that, but it still goes under the like weak men. Like he wasn't like this is not just strong mentally. If you want to seek out to like just hurt others like that.
I don't think those people want to hurt others. They're mentally damaged in some degree, and they just do it because they just reached a point where they don't know what to do anymore. So I don't think that people want to go out and do that. But yeah, they're definitely broken.
Look at Jay. He just sounds like a feminist, right? I got no haters. I have to play devil's advocate right now. Right?
Yeah. I'm like,
His own hater.
But Yeetus is not wrong. Like even
Yeah, I'm
Yeetus,
definitely
as a
not
devil advocate,
wrong.
he's not wrong because let's be honest, we can say that our grandfathers did fuck up because there was a boom of single mothers at a certain point in time where like contraception came around, and it's probably because these guys were like, oh well, it could always work, it's fine, or like they were doing for a while, they like this girl's like, oh well, I have a family already, but I like this woman right now, so I'm gonna like stay with her. She got a child. He's like, oh shit, what I'm gonna do? And have to run away. Then the child was born with a single mother, and that's just happened multiple times. Like my grandfather has 3 baby mamas, and
Damn.
how many children?
Jeez.
So
Damn.
around 7 children. So
Damn.
Wait,
that's
3 baby
like,
mamas and 7 children?
Wow.
yeah. And
That
it's like,
math is fucked up. But my grandfather, he got fucking like he married twice. He married like my dad's mother. He had like 5 children with her. And then he married another lady for reasons, and then like he got like 5 more children.
wait, I didn't say he married them.
Yeah, he's married. Yeah, but still, I'm just saying like his math is fucked. The guy's not. You gotta kick it up. That guy. So
Yeah,
3
so-
baby mamas and 7 children.
So there were like douchebags and people that did fucked up stuff in the past, and now like,
Yeah.
well, we can all be say, but somewhat of the product of their mistakes, which doesn't sound great to say, but it's technically the truth.
All right. So, with this situation, would you say that it's everyone's fault,
Yeah.
or does one group takes more blame than the other?
I'm gonna say your actions. Like whoever had like the most fucked up actions within the relationship, then like it's kind of mainly that person's fault or party.
Yeah,
So
like if someone was in a relationship.
What about collectively as a whole in society? Is it everybody's fault that this happened, or does one group have to take more fault than the other group, like men and
Well,
women?
Who put the actual work in? Who did the effort to actually make it happen?
Who pushed that
physically-
domino?
Yeah, who physically contributed to it? That's probably the question.
I can still say both. Both contributed because the woman suffrage movement, right? That was going on since the late 19th century and onward.
Mhm.
And even though there was anti-suffrage movements as well, they were pushing very hard to give everybody the right to vote around that time, right? Early 1900s. But they're like, a lot of women are like, no, we don't want to do it. In fear of they will have to bear the same responsibilities as men if they have the right to vote, such as doing the hard jobs, going to war, paying for taxes and stuff. A lot of women did not want to,
Contribute.
get that right to vote. Yeah, even then, certain states around that time already given women the right to vote in certain states, but the women's suffrage movement wanted everybody to want every woman, to have that right to vote automatically at 18. And there were good arguments on both sides, especially saying that, a woman going to office, it would just it will completely disrupt the family structure at the end of the day, because you got to have male traits to even worry about politics per se. That's what they said back then. So I'm trying to remember what happened. So in the end, they did eventually had all, everybody's allowed to vote. So the Simpson power, yeah, I can blame them. But do you also believe that, eventually the women, they just took advantage of it and just like putting more and more people that will fit their agenda as time goes
Oh
on?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
100%, man. Whoever holds the power in a particular position in an institution, well, they hold all the cards, man. If you have your people involved, then they're going to favor you and whatever you want more often than not.
Exactly.
I also think that there was a few studies that said that certain laws were put into place by false evidence by like a lot of people that were feminist friendly at the time. So that also did screw with certain stuff like family courts. That's why they mostly lean for women and so on. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna add Isla Herman right quick. Isla Herman, what's up?
Yo, what up?
What's up, Island
What's
Hermit?
happening, bro?
So at the end of the day, guys, I think it's really just communism. Because think about it. In World War II, Mustache Man, he knew he needed to kick the father out of the home if he wanted to control the people. And what's the government doing? You know, they kicked the father out of the home because they know if you kick the father out of the home, they're able to control the people easier. If strong fathers are in the home, they're not going to be able to control you. What do you guys think on that?
I wouldn't
That's how you
say
get
it's
the children to
communism.
fight for you. So I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's actually communism, but it's dictators in general.
Wasn't feminism basically just communism with tits?
Yeah, but it's like communism is just one form of like dictators and so on and stuff like that.
And
So
then BLM said on their website before
they
they
want to
took it
destroy
off,
the
they
nuclear
wanted to kick
family.
the father out of the home. It's like, how is kicking fathers out of the home going to help the black community? It's not going to.
Yeah, only fools that didn't actually check up who they were supporting would jump on BLM and all that stuff. So yeah,
I'm saying like a lot of these groups like feminism, BLM, Antifa, fucking you name it, they're like basically all a form of communism, and they just use like women and black people and all these different groups, the alphabet community, to hide behind. So if you try to call them out on their bullshit, they're like, oh, you're racist, you're sexist, or you hate this certain group of people. So
I see what you're saying. Kicking the father out of the home.
Yep. I think it's really all about control, dude. They want to kick the father out of the home. That way they're able to control you. They used feminism to do as a tool to do that. And weak men, I would say, are to blame too, because weak men didn't stop them. Weak men actually encouraged this bullshit.
I agree.
I agree. Too.
The fact that you're able to kick the father out of the home, that means that there will be a lot less masculine energy that the higher up people will have to deal with. And with the absence of the father, they gave a good deal to modern women to say, hey, you can do whatever you want. I'm going to fund you some good old welfare, all that good money.
Yep. Why do you think they give women all these cash and prizes to kick men out of the home?
They
do it for votes.
Yeah, but here's why, Herman. They said, hey, we're going to give you all this money, all this, do whatever you want. I don't care. And you don't have to open up your legs. Is that a good deal? Huh? Is that what you want? Just take the money. Here, just take the money.
Well, yeah, TFM even said this best a while ago. He said the government is a better deal for a woman than a man, because think about what a man asks. A man asks, you got to make him food. You got to keep his dick moisturized. You got to do all that. The government, all they ask for is your vote. I'm getting too base for YouTube, aren't I?
No, I already said it.
Just repeating what he said.
I literally just said that. You just repeated me.
But
oh, my bad, dude.
It might seem like a bad deal for now, but it's like the more people that are there, the government can't really fund people if they're all getting subsidized by it. So it's like getting a package, like a government package or like a private package. The private package might cost a little bit more, but you can get a better deal in the end. So that's like how I see it. Do you want to be like protected by the government, which could just like disappear if shit goes south, or do you want to be protected by a man and a family who will always be there and have a more personal connection to you?
You will always choose a side that will require less work.
Yes, what doesn't always
because think about it, men can't compete. Men can't compete with the government. Like a man can only do so much. The government is basically their god. That's why they give them all these things. Like, how is a man going to compete with that? You can't.
Yep. And then they're like, I can also extort money out of the man, out of half his stuff, alimony, child support for the next 18 to 21 years.
Yeah.
What? And I get the piece of the pie?
I legit know women that have 7 children from all different dudes, and they make more fucking money than me because they get all this shit from the government, and then they get money from every single one of those men. And it's absolute bullshit. But it's like, no wonder why they vote for them. They can just sit at home and be worthless and not do shit all day, and the government just showers welfare upon them, and then they get to steal money from all these men.
They
But-
still get to do
Goddamn,
whatever they want.
7?
But men are privileged. Men are privileged. You racist. You xenophobe. You.
I know,
How
I'm such a
dare you?
bigot.
How dare you?
How dare you?
It's crazy. You know, you ask them to get you a glass of water or a sandwich, they say, "Hey,
Get your own damn
do this-
water.
Yeah, I ain't your slave. You got 2 hands." But when it comes to taking care of 3, 4, 5 kids on her own, she's willing
Yep.
to deal with that and wear it as a badge of honor, just as long as the free money is being put in her pockets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Yeetus, man, I hear it so many times. Oh man, it's so hard being a single mother. This and that, blah blah blah. I work and the government funds and all that sort of stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, so what's stopping you from being with the man? I don't want to be restricted. Last time I was with the man, it felt like I couldn't do what I wanted to do, and I just didn't want to have someone, tell me and be above me and all this other. So I'm just thinking like, well, you're complaining. How do you want one without the other? You can't have freedom in both. One does have to have consequence is the wrong term. One does have stipulations over the other. Government will give you X amount of dollars and you're free to do whatever you want. All right, cool. In a relationship or a family unit, you'll have support, you'll have X amount of dollars, but you won't be able to do certain things, but you'll be better off in the long run. What do you think they're going to prefer? I'm free. I can do whatever I want. They're not looking long term. They're looking in the there and now.
Yeah,
Yep.
women are not long-term planners at all.
I think you have to be trained to be a long-term planner. Like
That's a
most
good
people
point.
aren't long-term planners.
That's a good point.
Well, there's a good amount of men that are long-term planners in the sense of we at least have the sense of, at least the average man has a sense of we don't have a safety net. Unlike
Yes.
Yeah,
the
but
majority of
that's
women.
taught. That's taught. That's not like a inbuilt trait.
No.
That's like dependent on environment.
I see what you're saying.
I know
Carry on,
more
but-
men that are long-term planners than women.
Yeah, because
I know,
that's
but-
not
but
because they weren't.
Here's what I'm trying to say. You don't really have to be trained per se to be a long-term planner in the sense of men, we have to worry about survival a lot more because more than often we are on our own.
Yeah,
Women,
that's
they
why
always
men become
have a
long-term
man on the side
planners.
to save the day. Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. I know they're taught, but I say that
No.
men are more.
I'm not saying that they're like practically taught. I mean, like society and the lives that men generally live, they don't have any like boundary, safety nets or rails in case they fall down. And by falling down often, they learn that they have to think before
Yes.
they do
They
actions.
have to look after themselves. If
Yeah, that was
X
pretty much
happens,
what I was
how
trying
do I
to
get
say,
through
yeah.
the Y? Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
why
yeah.
every
we got you, man. We got
Every
you.
woman that I know is horrible with money. As soon as they get it, they're buying new clothes, handbags, all sorts of bullshit. And like, remember, Yeetus, I told you that story where I dated a girl that got $90,000 because her parents died in a car accident. She blew it all in a year. There was no long-term thinking at all. And
Wow.
like for me, I just recently was on the big island of Hawaii and I'm in the process of buying land. And I planned that for 2.5 years. And everybody was like, you're not going to do it. Or they thought I was full of shit. And now it's like finally happening. So,
Hey,
Nice.
as men,
Real life out of hermit.
as men, it's always the essentials. That's it. I rarely, unless it's a rich, preppy, billionaire men, even millionaire men, they only get the essentials and they put their millions into things that will build up an interest for the future. Like how do you think Jay-Z became a billionaire? He invested hardcore. He invested like crazy in certain antiques, in certain paintings, in certain real estate, as much as possible, knowing that the price of that item is going to be 5-10 times more in like 10 years.
Well, Jay-Z was from Compton, so he was more hungry, That's what I'm saying. Like,
he was broke, yeah.
exactly. It's
a lot
more
of
about
men that
environment,
actually rich, they don't show off their wealth like that. They live in tiny houses. They drive cheap cars that are paid for, and like you wouldn't tell, like the guys that like buy all these expensive clothes, cars, fucking $60,000 chains and shit like that. Those are the guys that are actually broke.
And have you
And
noticed?
even if they're not
many-
broke, they're going to end up broke.
Hey, have you noticed many of those rappers, as they get older, all that jewelry and stuff disappear?
Yep.
I know a lot of them go broke, but other of them, they grow up and realize like, oh shit, you know, like I'm doing all this, I'm going broke for these females, these average ass females, mediocre motherfuckers. Damn, man, I need to invest my money a lot better. That's what Ice Cube did, Ice T did. That's what
I met Ice Cube
Jay-Z
before.
did.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Ice Cube, he's a real one. Man,
Yeah, dude, I went to a concert. He was dope. He's short though.
What
Hey,
you class short?
Hey,
Why are we
Hey,
hype
hey,
Taller
policing?
than him.
No hype
Hey,
policing.
Don't hype shame him. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
yeah, why you
No,
hype
he's
shaming,
cool.
bro?
He's cool.
Like if everyone
Hey,
did that,
I
I'm gonna
still-
say everyone's hair is short
I
because
Hey, I
love
just
all my
don't-
short kings.
The reason
in
why I
the
said that
end-
because you think he'd be taller, but he wasn't. Like I thought he'd be taller than me.
I wouldn't
For sure.
test him. I wouldn't test him. I definitely would have tested him. Because
You're
even
gonna
if
check
you do
yourself
whoop his
before
ass,
you wreck
do you
yourself.
know how many?
You're gonna check
Wait,
yourself.
do you know how many people he has on his corner? I would not fuck with him.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. He was cool though.
Fuck that.
Got a whole
Straight,
team of
straight out of
AK-40.
straight out of Compton, bro. Straight out of Compton.
You got a whole team of AK-47s aimed at you while you're trying to talk.
Bye, Felicia.
Bad. See, that's
Yeah,
why
literally.
networking and getting that power and status is the utmost important for a man, right? Of course, you can be satisfied wherever you are in your life. Sure, why not? But if you're striving to be the big dog, that's what it takes. Okay, you got to get that networking. You got to get that money. You got to make sure people respect you. You demand that respect. Fuck all that. You demand that shit. We don't have to like each other, but you're going to give me that respect. But you're going to have to.
well, you have to
earn
like
that
you demand respect for your actions. If you act like a dumbass and you're demanding
Oh
respect,
no! Don't be just going to a random room like respect me. No, you
Respect my
should be able. You
authority.
should be able to just walk into a room, and people already know what time it is, because they know who you are. They know what you've done, and I ain't talking about horrible shit. No, I'm talking about doing good for yourself, for your family, or for your community.
Well, Yeetus, I both like and respect you in that regard, sir.
Yeah, I ain't trying to be all the big bad wolf and like ooga booga. Yeah, check out my guns. I kill people every day. Like
Dude, you're a
you're a
skeleton.
fucking clown.
You're a green skeleton, but you speak the truth.
I breathe fire on kittens. Like what?
Burning kittens.
But
I remember Yeetus' first stream, and now look at him now. He was a wee little skeleton back then.
Oh, he was just a bone. He was just a bone.
But hey,
Grew from a chicken wing.
when it comes to the situation, though, right? I see there's way too many issues for us to count when it comes to the women. But let's go in on the men. Let's truly go in on the men on this one, because we got to see both sides. Okay, we can't just brush off what stupid ass men do. We can't. Let's call them out as well. Because why? We're fair. We don't hate women. All right. Jesus fucking Christ. So when it comes to men doing stupid ass shit, I will specifically utmost blame the Simpson power back in the 1920s. I will forever blame those Simps. You motherfuckers. You caused the avalanche. It started as a snowball, then it just turned into a whole disaster of 2022. Thank you very fucking much. So, what do you guys have to say about that? The Simpson power.
Well, men are in power, so men make the laws back then, at least, not with the mix we have nowadays. But yeah, I mean, you got a point there. Those who are in power make the laws and the decisions, and back then it was men. For whatever reason, they all had their own purpose, for lack of a better term. They all had their own motivations, and evidently it looked like they were trying to sympathize with the wee poor ladies way back when.
I still believe it's because they wanted more income. I really believe that was the main motive.
For
Now,
the
I
men.
think it all started
Simpson
when
power?
Woodrow.
Hmm.
My
Double
bad,
income. Double
Ah.
income. I really believe that was the main reason. But what you say, Alan Hermit?
I think it all started when Woodrow Wilson gave women the right to vote. What do you guys think about that? Or do you think it was even before that?
I think it might have started at World War II. A lot of men died, and that caused governments and countries to be worried that they weren't producing enough for the children and the women they have left behind. So they started to agree to let
Yeah.
women work, and that
Good
happened
point.
more. And they
Yeah.
just like, well, since they're working, we could allow this, but someone didn't want to do it when the men came back, and it just started from there, and it became more and more ridiculous. They gave them more rights without giving them like, how to say it,
Equal responsibility.
yeah, responsibilities. That's what
Yeah.
I was looking for.
Yeah.
Listen,
The
I
thing is
wouldn't
that
really have an
classic-
issue per
no.
se if they were put on the draft. I would not really have an
Exactly.
issue per se.
But there's that classic image of the chick with the bandana, with the checkered shirt, rolling her sleeves up. Remember, women
What's her
get to
name?
war. They're
We
putting
can do
the
it.
yeah, exactly. We're putting the bombs together. We're doing this. We're doing that. Well, yeah, you had to because all the men went out to work. Sorry, all the men went out to war. So you're left with no man behind to actually do the things that you relied them to do. So, holy shit, what are we gonna do now? All right, ladies. Well, let's get to it. And maybe they took a liking to that. They thought, "Oh, this makes me feel good. I feel independent. I feel lovely now." And yet, still, they don't have to sacrifice themselves to go battle for other people's, big $1 billion chess battles.
I wonder how good those products were when the women were making them. If they had like a stats or something, like if the production line decreased in a certain way,
Hey,
Shit was
as
probably
long
falling apart all the time.
hey, at that point, as long as it kept me alive, if I was in World War II, I would not give a shit. I'll just pray that worked. I don't care if it's inaccurate or explodes in my hand. Just help. I would throw it at the enemy and make it explode if need be. Like throw the whole weapon. Just. I don't even have to shoot a bullet. But in all seriousness, though, it's not really like I agree with Nixon. The only reason why you were working and stuff is because who else was going to do it? Who else? All the men were dodging bullets and explosions and all these freaking landmines and tanks. So
Even if it was an older man, it was still majority of the men.
99% of the men.
Well, also,
literally 99% of the men. Well, what's up?
Let me say this: you're aware of the white feather campaign as well, correct?
Repeat that.
The white feather campaign.
The white feather campaign.
Is that the one where if the men didn't go off to war, they give them a feather out of like you a bitch?
Exactly.
Yeah, used in the UK or something.
See,
yeah.
See now it just goes to show it wasn't just the men; it was also the women shaming the men, saying, you're. Hang on a second, fellas.
It's all good. I understand. And the audacity that they did it, they weren't required to go to a foreign land and go into hell and fight for the most likely situation where they're going to die a horrible death. The audacity that they'll shame those men. I'm like,
yeah, but that was a trait that happened throughout history. Anytime there was war and people felt like their country was a threat, if they saw anyone that wasn't getting up and helping that was a male, they would shame them, especially if they were of age. So that wasn't a new thing.
Until women die like men in battle, they should not get the right to vote. In my opinion, they have not earned it.
Agreed.
Yeah, there's no my body, my choice when it comes to the draft, is there?
Yeah, they just get pregnant, and then it's not a lump of cells anymore.
Yeah, for the men, we have no say in that. I mean, if you don't, you get thrown in jail in some countries, man. I know in the Balkans, where I'm originally from, if you don't register for, military service like you should, I think the age of 18 or 21 or something, I think the rules have changed back then, but my late father, he had to do it as well. Like, he had to register, and this was before the height of the Yugoslav war. So if it was a few years later, he may as well have been caught up in that shit. So, you go to jail for that stuff if you don't go. They'll find you, man. But back then, communist nation, so maybe.
And you probably gotta fight for a cause they don't believe in.
I'll tell you guys what.
I'm all Senator Armstrong on that one, bro.
If World War III pops off, I would rather them throw me in prison than I die for this leftist, feminist bullshit nation. The women can die.
I dare them try to give me a white feather during World War III.
Piss,
I
I am
dare
fighting
Well, I
for your
ain't going. I'll
bullshit.
go to jail. We'll all go to
No,
jail
no,
and
I'm
start
just
our
saying,
own
like,
little prison gang.
I'm saying I dare a woman try to give me some type of white feather bullshit, whatever form it may be.
Oh,
Try to shame me.
Rusty River's got a good point. The Spartans as well. The Spartans, ancient Greece, the warriors there. They literally from birth, men were brought up to battle, to fight. You die, you die. 50
Yeah, they're taken at 7 years old and turned into like trained killers.
Hey, what's his name? I can't find him.
Rusty Rivers.
Rusty Rivers.
Yeah, these are the Spartans. That's as far as what we know from ancient Greek historians and all that sort of stuff. The kids back then, literally, you're born and you're taught to fight as soon as you can. Run around and be active and things, and off you go. And that's it. If you die in battle, first stone cast, and if you're dead, well, you died for your peoples. You died for a cause. It's like, what cause is that though? I mean, back then it was different. Like
he died for my cause.
See,
Well,
here's
wasn't
the
really
thing.
that.
Here's the thing. I wouldn't mind doing the Spartan thing because, once again, the men had authority, unlike us right now in 2022. You know, it's a fair trade. You know, if you expect men to take care of the dangers that are inside and outside of society and make sure things are functioning well and everybody gets along, why don't I have any type of authority to make it happen? Unless you say that it's okay. No, why would I? Like I said before, I bring this example all the time. They're like, hey, you know, World War III, you know, we need to go fight them. We need to go fight the evil people and win. In 2022, a lot of men are going to be like, what do you mean we? What do you mean we?
What do you
Yeah,
mean?
that's
You
where I'm
people?
at.
Yeah, hell no. Like you can go hey, grab that weapon, soldier. Go ahead and you know, do what you got. Fight for the system that supports you. Why would I fight a system that doesn't support me?
Yep, the women and trannies can go fight World War III. I'm sitting this one out.
You mean alphabet community?
No
Yeah, the
one should never
alphabet
called me
community.
an incel.
So that's the crazy part, right? And I have a picture I was debating on posting on my community tab because it is beyond gory. Because I got it off of Discord, where one half of the men,
It's a Ukrainian woman.
Russian or Ukrainian soldiers.
I think it was
are all-
Ukraine soldiers. I think I seen that one too.
It's both.
Yeah.
Russian and Ukraine soldiers are all dead on one side. And on the other side, there's a countless amount of women already on these dating apps. So either side, it's appalling to me. And what got under my nerve, because once again, you know, I used to serve. The fact that Hillary said that women are the primary victims of war, that got bro, I'm already getting mad already.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
The person that
known
lost their
people-
life, or the person that has to fend for themselves after that. Yeah, who's the real victim in all this? But again, it goes back to the women's. Oh, woe is us! Like, what are we going to do now? Well, you sent the men that were protecting you, that were there to basically, you know, keep you alive to die. They're gone now. What do you want? What do you expect? And then you have the government looking after you after that. And then the government's going to say, okay, well, we need more money from the men. Well, how the hell are you going to get more money from men when they're being sent off to wars to die, or they're not given a shit, and you're not reproducing enough to repopulate and keep that going? Who's going to pay for the retirees in 20, 30 years' time?
Exactly.
We need
that's
immigrants.
Hey, but that's what irks me the most. That's what pissed me off so bad. It's the fact that they want to give that excuse. Oh, but you know, women they died in war too. You know, they died in battle. Okay, out of how many other men? You know, because according to my knowledge, especially throughout history, 99.99999% of men died through combat. So, and the fact that I know a good amount of people that didn't come back from Afghanistan and Iraq, family, friends, whoever it is, and you want to say that women are the primary victims? Really? Have you thought about a man, a male soldier, whizzing through bullets and explosions, scared out of his mind. Because believe it or not, yeah, soldiers can get scared.
No, they're not robots.
Possibly get hit. Their limbs get blown off, or they get hit with multiple bullets in the chest, slowly dying.
But wait a
Right.
minute. Wait a minute. Male soldiers can also be females, you transphobe.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, just like women are
Jesus
always the
Christ.
victims. And the messed up thing is, say the barbarian is at the gate and they deleted all those men, they would just go start families with those new men. There's no loyalty with women.
Well,
Oh,
mainly on
no.
the Ukraine side too.
No,
With the
because I
women on the
always
Tinder.
because I said it on the chronic stream, right? Women will sleep with the enemy before your body turns cold.
Yep.
That's just a fact. That's been happening throughout history, so I'm not really surprised. It's just that the lies that men are being told throughout forever about, oh, women love you, they're loyal, they're this, they're that. No. They're only going to try to hop on the biggest island with the most resources at the moment. As soon as she gets her fill, or she feels that it is of no use, she will travel to the next island. That's just a part of life.
Yep, and all women are like that. They're all the same. They're all hypergamous. I'll tell you a quick little story. So, like 2 weeks ago, I was on the Big Island of Hawaii. I ended up hooking up with this girl, and then after we're talking and shit, and then she's like, because we're talking about potentially hanging out when I move there, and she's like, but could you afford a girl like me though? And then she started talking about how she spends hundreds of dollars every month to get her hair and nails done. And I'm just like, bitch, I don't want to afford a girl like you. I ain't paying for that shit.
It's ridiculous, man. It is so ridiculous. And let me click on Rusty Rivers. Women's hypergamy will allow them to sleep with the enemy. And see, and here's the thing, because I question feminists as well. If you're so equal and stuff, so when the, let's say, town starts to burn down because the barbarians breach the gate, are you gonna fight until the end and join me at the gates of Valhalla, or are you just gonna crumble like a fucking crouton and do whatever is told that the enemy tells you to do?
Open the legs.
You're like, I'm like, exactly. You are not willing to put your life on the line like men, because men, we know we have no choice. It's either we thrive or perish in all aspects of life. No matter how minuscule or your life is on the line, you have to thrive or it's over. Okay, nobody's going to come to our rescue besides our brothers that are on our left and right.
Well, see,
And
the
if
problem,
what's up?
the problem here is that you're asking women to think logically, and in the long term, neither of which they are capable of.
I'm just saying, man. When it comes to them trying to say that they're equal in all aspects, I give them the scenarios that a man can possibly be in. I'm like, okay, are you willing to go and fight the intruder if there's 2-3 intruders on your own, living by yourself, and they break into the house? Are you willing to? Because I know you don't believe in guns because you're a Democrat, so that's out the window. Well, so what are you gonna do?
At the end of the day, do you think they really believe that strong, independent shit, or do you think it's just like all cosplay? Like deep down, they know that shit's fake. They just like saying it.
I have an
absolute
anecdote to
horse
this.
shit.
Yeah, I
Absolute.
was going to say,
Nixon?
I have an anecdote to this. So through DJing and things like that, I meet random people, and lately, I think I've said this before. You see a lot of older ladies, like late 30s, 40s, and they're always out partying, dancing, all that sort of shit, right? So they're either divorcees or they've always been single mothers or whatever, right? So they're out to get whatever they get, and you end up talking to them, and you talk to them. And I'm like, oh, so what are you doing out on a Saturday night? Oh, I'm hanging out with my friends, we're out for some drinks, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, your husband let you out? As a joke. It's like, no man holds me back. I do my own thing. I don't have any man to go home to. I'm independent. I do things myself. Okay, cool. No worries. come 3-4 weeks later, maybe a couple of months, you see them every so often. They might follow you on an Instagram, or you get to know them for a circle of friends or whatever, and then you start seeing the it's so hard being a single mother. Why is the struggle there? I know my worth. I need to find someone who's going to be good for me. And it's like, it always happens. It's a never-ending cycle. They all say they're happy and independent when they're doing their thing, jumping on different phalluses. But then come a couple of months, maybe a year or so, they always end up saying to themselves, I'm sick and tired of being single. I need someone with me. Where is my man? And I'm like, you've just pissed away how many months and years when you could have actually done something to not put yourself in this situation. It always happens. It always happens.
Oh, yes.
Self-destructive behavior.
Yep, 100%, man. It always happens. It always boggles my mind. Like, what you're doing is not helping your cause. It's detrimental. I want to find a nice man. Going clubbing, getting wasted every week, and hooking up with younger dudes is not going to help you find that nice man that you're looking for. Granted, you probably won't find him to begin with, but your chances are going from slim to none.
And the fact that you brag about your bad behavior on social media.
Oh, yeah.
Like, really?
Yep.
Really?
I see it too often, man. I see it too often. Like, it doesn't bother me. I don't really have anything to do with them. But in a sense, I'm thinking to myself, you know what you're doing. You know what you need to do. Why aren't you doing what you need to do to get to where you want to be?
Yeah, that's why I don't feel bad for them when they cry about where are all the good men, because it's like you had multiple dozens of times where you had a good man that would have done all those things, that would have treated you well, that would have taken care of your bastard children, that would have done all these things, and you decided to go be with the bad boy that treated you like shit. That's why I don't feel bad for you at all when they say this stuff.
Yep, it's in nonstop. Oh, it's so hard. I got the kid. I need to do this and blah blah blah, and I'm not feeling the best, and I have to go to the doctors, and then my mother needs to look after him. It's like, where is the father in all this? Divorced, never married, etc. I'm thinking to myself, this is why you are married, so this sort of shit doesn't happen. Granted, I'm 33. I'll be 34 in a couple of weeks, right? People always say to me all the time, man, what's the go? Your sister's married, got a little kid. I love my nephew. He's 8-9 months old. So I love him. He's growing up quick, man. But I'm like, that's fine for her, but not for me. Like, why are you putting all this shit on me? What, I have to get married now all of a sudden? I have to have a child or be with a woman just for the sake of it? Like, let me live my life. I know the consequences I'm facing if I keep prolonging this sort of shit, but that's completely on me, like it is completely on each and every one of you. You do what's best for you. You make your own decisions. You're your own person. You need to do what's best in your particular situation. For me, it's not right. So I'm sick and tired of people saying, like, questioning you, but then you can't question the female because it's all about what she wants, but it's not about what I want.
Yeah, why would I put myself in a situation where I will lose in the end? Okay, I understand that parents and family members, they have that selfish need for you to create more babies, so they can have grandkids or nephews and all that stuff. But it's all their selfish needs, what they want. They don't put in mind the consequences that you will go through, right? And on top of that, I don't know if it happened to you, but I had people within my circle, within my family, that were already divorced that went through the process, try to tell me that, hey, bro, it's not all women, bro. You'll find that good one out there. Come on, man. Come on. There's plenty of fish in the sea. I'm like, are you out of your goddamn mind?
Yep.
Like, do you know what I've seen in the military?
I've seen it in clubs as well. I'm like, I'll hook up with a chick. I'll smash and dash a chick from a club. But if you think I'm going to wife it or at least make a girlfriend, not a chance in hell. No way.
Dude, there's been so many times in the past I've hooked up with chicks from the gym, and then I found out they were like secretly married or something, or had a boyfriend. And it's like, it just ain't worth it. It's like, how many girls are out there doing hood rat shit right now, and their husbands are at home and they have no idea what's going on?
Oh, dude, I have been hit on by multiple women just over the past, last year.
Bro, like 3 years ago, I had like a girl's husband calling my phone. I had no clue she was fucking married. And I had this dude like calling me, threatening me. I'm like, bro, I had fucking no idea.
Oh, bro, I gotta tell you this one story. Hey, I gotta tell you this one story. I was in the military, and I was messing with this one chick. She was 27 at the time, and I'm just trying to get my nut in. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to fuck, right? And she looked pretty good for her age. I'm like, all right, let's go. So she calls me later on, right? I'm playing Black Ops, right? Because Black Ops was the shit, and she was like video chatting, and her husband and 2 kids were in the living room. I was like, yo,
Damn,
you
son.
nasty bitch. Nasty. Y'all dad, like, okay, listen. I don't know if it's about territorial thing or whatever it is, but between men, I can never mess with a married woman. I don't care. I don't care. It's just not in me to be
Right
messing
there
around
with you,
married
man.
women.
Yep.
In fact, I will snitch. Yes, I will snitch because right now she's out there having a good time while you're busting your ass at home and at work, and she's trying to fuck all these soldiers on base.
The
Get
sad
the
part
fuck
is a
outta
lot
here.
of guys do it and they don't even know though until it's too late. Like with me, every time I've done it, I didn't know until after, and I'm like, oh shit, and then I kind of like felt bad. But it's like they do their best to keep it a secret.
You know how dudes, start barging into the house or apartment they're in, guns blazing.
Yeah, you can end up dead.
Turns out that's her husband. I'm like, what? What? You didn't tell me that. And then she's gonna try to put the blame on the dude. No, get the fuck out of here,
Yep,
man.
you could
Get the-
legit end up dead, dude. Say a chick is married, invites you over, you're blowing her back out, husband comes home early. You could legit wind up dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get
I
that was
seen
like
a
one of the
few
reasons why
RPM.
there was that was one of the reasons why there was a lot of Me Too like stuff. Like a lot of girls were sleeping with guys. Someone found out, or they were worried that their boyfriends would find out. I was like, well, it was a great,
was
so
assaulted.
to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the biggest excuse, the biggest bullshit excuse out there, man. And that's one thing that they always go towards. Oh, it wasn't my fault. Like they did something. Like perfect example. I'm gonna bring it up. I'm sure every one of you guys know it. The Duke lacrosse team situation.
Was this recent?
Like back in 2004, 2000. Really, you don't know? Man,
Yeah, I
you're
don't
in
know what
America.
that is either.
I'm in Australia and I know about this. This is madness. Okay.
I was
So
like,
what happened was
I was like 10.
I was like 16.
Elaborate.
Yeah. I will elaborate on these concepts.
I wasn't
So
worried about
basically what
Yu-Gi-Oh
happened
cards, bro.
Basically, long story short, the Duke lacrosse team, they were going to win their lacrosse team championship, whatever it was, and they had a massive party in one of the frat houses, and they ordered a couple of strippers or dancers to go over, and apparently the next day it came out that she went to the cops and reported them for having aggressively sexualized with her, right? And it turns out that it was absolute bogus nonsense, but they were grilled, they had their lives ruined, they were thrown out of college or the university, sorry, and basically it all went to shit. And it actually turned out that she was lying, that the phone calls did not align up with where she was at the particular time. She had multiple clients on that same night as well when she was all over the shop. But long story short, she lied, had a false accusation against a group of guys, and they had their lives ruined. As far as I know, nothing major happened to them, but the guys just couldn't get on with their lives. I think maybe one or two might have ended themselves. I'm not 100% sure, but the majority of them just ended up with no future whatsoever because of a false accusation, like claiming that they did it, but it was actually another dude or two that actually caused that damage on her.
That sounds like a lot of cases today involving males.
Yeah,
I had a friend in high
this is where
school that
great
tried to
30
delete
on me.
himself over a woman. Basically, we're all at a party drinking and stuff, and this girl, she was all over my friend, and they went to the back room. It was all consensual. I literally seen her all over him, and then she had a boyfriend, and her boyfriend found out about it, and she was like, he raped me, and then it turned into a big thing. Cops never got involved or nothing. She never went to the police because she knew it was bullshit. But my friend tried to delete himself over that. So they'll do it just so they don't look like 304s.
So when it comes to all these problems, right, would you conclude that the main issue is modern women with feminism together, pretty much.
Well, now it's modern women, but in the past, it w-
Well, I say
it's
both.
built on the back. Cause okay, let's add this way to say it. It's built on the backs of, but modern women are like the ones that are ruling it right now. Let's say that.
Right, and give me 1 second. Hold up. Give me 1 second. Hold up. Where's he at? Oh, so I'm gonna use this guy as an example. Bunch of incels here. I listened to 3 minutes. Notice how there's learn how to spell guy. No photos of these guys. Why do we have? See, what's up with you dudes always trying to look at a motherfucker's face?
I mean,
So
you can go to
weird.
my channel and see videos of me. Like my face is literally on almost every single video of mine. It's just like, I don't get it either. Like, I don't care.
Like,
Yeah.
Damn,
why
can't
are y'all simping so? Listen, if you want to disapprove on what we're saying, Irish anger, go ahead and join. Join. I've been waiting for a debate for a minute. Go ahead and join, please. Please do.
I
I like
honestly
how he
don't
says that
understand
there's
how
no
we're
photos of
incels.
this guy when this is literally a photo of me. I just have my face cut out.
Yeah, right. Talking about bunch of
Like my
incels.
arms are probably 3
Ooh.
times the size of this dude's head, but he wants to say that we're incels.
It's insane. And
I love how they
I'm
always
There we go. There's me.
good, Yeetus.
Happy?
oh, there you go. See,
And
I'm going to make a video on this on how simps like that guy and society in general. Anytime we call out a woman's bad behavior or decisions, they go directly to incel. Oh, misogyny.
How dare you not show your face,
Ooh.
Yeetus, so I can destroy your life?
How dare
That's the
you?
only reason why.
Oh.
That's the only reason why they want you to show your face so they can destroy your life.
it's like
That's
Saturday.
it.
It's Saturday afternoon for me, 1:40 p.m. It ain't a Friday night. I mean, if you can't tell by my accent, I'm not American. Fair enough, but just because, like, I mean, I'm getting some poontang tonight after my gig, so I don't know what an incel
You know, the
is.
funny
but,
thing is, this dude won't
elaborate.
call in, though.
Where's
Yeah, I
your
don't know
hair,
what he's talking
bro?
about. Go ahead and call in, man. Go ahead.
Haters
Call in,
never
you
call
coward.
in.
I don't care. I'm here to have a discussion, just have a chit chat. I'm not here
Look,
to like.
look at
own
this dude
someone.
talking about, oh yeah, my lady. Oh, my lady's right here, right next to me. You're here. Okay, so what? What about it?
Even though his lady was probably getting her back blown out from Tyrone down the street 2 weeks ago.
I can easily go and get fucking puniti if I wanted to. I can easily go get a bitch right now if I wanted to, but it's a waste of time, right? Because there's something way more important than going out there getting ass. All right, I ain't trying to go out there and fuck anything that has a vagina. All right.
I'm
I'm
probably
talking
the
about
least.
actual male issues that can possibly affect you as well, Irish anger. So if you want to disagree with me, go ahead and join. I'll put out the link again. You can join right now. We can
Call in.
talk about your disagreements.
Call in,
Please
simp
do.
boy.
Please call in.
I-
I am
I'm
easily
not
the
even-
least intelligent
Yeah,
person out of all
even about
6 of us.
I'm not even about the name calling right now.
I
I'm not about the
honestly
name
don't.
calling.
Yeah,
Go
but I
ahead
honestly
and
don't
call in.
understand.
Go ahead.
I honestly don't understand where the idea of a simp came from. All we said is that some women make bad decisions. Some men made bad decisions that cause women to make even more bad decisions. That makes us simp. So me calling out people that are doing bullshit makes people a simp now. Okay.
Wait, anytime you hold women accountable, they like to target you, and they call you all the fucking words. Who hurt you? You're an incel. All this bullshit, and it's like, what? Just because I held a woman accountable, that she shouldn't
We
be
were
doing
holding
this
the men
bullshit
accountable
behavior?
too in the beginning.
Yep.
All I'm
Or
saying
did you miss
is,
that part, Irish?
here's a big
He
thing.
probably did.
But here's the big thing. Here's the big thing. And I will make a live stream about this. Men like him and any other female, anytime you call them out on their bullshit, they go straight to name calling. They never argue the idea. They never want to call in and disapprove what I have to say. I don't know why. I don't know why. Maybe because they know that we're right. Maybe. Or they're just reacting on their fifis, their feelings, and just want to just attack me, just lash out like a rabid dog. How dare you? How dare you talk about my precious queens? You don't get no bitches. The fuck?
I'm
Not
not
my
saying.
queen.
Hey now, Yeetus. I take offense to that. Urgh.
Yeetus, how dare you talk about McQueens like that?
I'm not
I
saying
do
it's
think
Niggas
direct.
it's
incel them
not.
all.
I'm not saying it is in this particular case, but sometimes you will get a sense of jealousy or resentment towards others who are doing things that they maybe wanted to do once. It's like the ultimate revenge story. Like I wanted to do what, like I wanted to be what Yeetus is now, and because that was taken away from me, I got to take it away from him. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Because I got way more things going on in my life than to brag about, yeah, I got a woman in bed. All
Yeah,
right,
dude, I could have had a
congratulations.
woman in bed tonight. I had a girl hit me up on social media that I used to work with from like probably 6 months ago, and she hit me up with a random, "Oh, how you doing, stranger? You know,
Ha!
haven't
It's just
talked
so
to you in a while," type
I
shit. And
felt
it's
that
like,
when she said, "Hey, stranger," I felt that.
yeah,
it's just so weird. We talking about men getting me too. You incel. What?
I've actually had situations where I've actually had to contemplate and think to myself, "Holy shit, was this or could this be a potential incident?" Like it hasn't been bad, but things play in the back of your mind. Sometimes you're not 100% certain. You're like, "Wait, I initiated a kiss. She wasn't really into it at first, but then she was." Like, what happens? Is she gonna say like
All
I
right,
forced
Nixon,
you?
stop.
Like,
Why are you so obsessed with looking at somebody's face? Why?
Hey,
What? Why?
can you rate it? Can you rate my mullet?
I can show my face, but I don't really care personally.
like I
Can you
have
show
my
your
I
face
mullet?
don't
cut
gotta.
out, but this is
I don't
like
gotta.
me.
I don't gotta show shit, homeboy. Call in. Well, I don't know why he doesn't want to argue or doesn't want to debate my ideas. The title of my live stream is a debate. What does my looks have to do with the debate? Call in. That is
Well, I
so
guess that's
fucking weird.
because that is it's not weird. It makes sense. There's a natural
Hold
human
on, let's give the
trait.
people what they want. Let's give this guy what he wants here. Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Man, that's some epic hair, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Show
That's
your
some epic
face so
hair,
I can
man.
destroy your life, Yeetus.
That is some
Show
epic hair.
your
I'm not gonna lie.
face.
It's like I'm not showing
Please.
my face, but this picture is
Please.
actually me. And if you go to my YouTube channel, I have other pictures too. So
Oh man, the audacity, bro. The audacity.
See, I could own a pair of sunglasses.
So, Chad, I'm gonna talk to you right now. You see what the Warband has to deal with? Do you see what we have to deal with all the time? They always want to call names, call names, call names. Always want to say, show your face, like we're that fucking stupid to even show our face, right? But they never have any type of rebuttal of what we're saying. Ever.
Yep.
That's what makes this so hilarious. Ever.
Yep.
And the fact
like
that we're
honestly,
talking-
I'm showing too much right now because like this picture is actually me. If somebody from my real life sees this, they could be like, "Oh shit, I know that dude." But fuck it. Plausible deny it.
It's appalling that we're talking about a man being falsely accused, losing everything, and potentially deleting himself because his life was ruined off of a false accusation. He just when it comes out of nowhere say incel. That's the problem with society today. One of many
Probably
problems.
General Kinetics alt account or something.
Most likely.
Well, you got to think this is the MO of the left. It's like I
Irish
disagree with what
anger
you're saying.
once again. Learn how to spell. Jesus Christ, bro.
You are voice. I am many.
Your voice is hilarious. You know, there's like
It's
six
not-
people here.
That's a wrong your.
Let's not
You're
be grammar police now. Come on.
Come on, man. Grammar, bro. Grammar.
Let's not be the grammar cops. Let's not do that.
Nah, I'm a
Too
grammar
late.
cop. I'm a grammar cop.
Where is
If you're
he?
gonna
Where is
come
he?
at me,
If
come at me
anything-
correct.
If anything, out of everyone here, I'll probably be closest to incel because I haven't had sex and I'll openly say that. The reason why is because I personally don't give a damn. I could, but having sex is not a thing that I need in my life right now, and I never really thought of it as something like that. So
Yeah,
I was
but
like, well,
what if I told you you're not a man unless you've been with Punyeti, and if you have a 30-second call with me, we can hook you up. You can spend thousands of dollars. I can teach you how to lay, bro.
shit, that sounds
Only
like a waste of money.
$1,000.
That sounds like
There's more to
That's-
life than putting your pee-pee in a moist hole, guys.
Yes, there is.
Yeah, see what Undead Chronic says? A man with no purpose, they find it in women. And this is what's happening right now. I'm trying to help spread awareness of male issues. And there goes this dude talking about your voice sounds funny, spelling in a third grade grammar type shit. Talking about show your face, show your face.
And he
Show it.
won't call in.
Show it. Yeah, he won't. I don't know why. I don't know why he won't call in. Talking
Big
about
old tough guy in the chat won't call in.
saying that he gets bitches and shit. Bro, call in.
This guy.
I seen ugly people get girls, so that's not really like anything
It's
special.
not a feat.
Did he say she's
just
passed
like
out?
yeah, that's what he said, which is kind of creepy. So like that one guy said, getting women these days is like drinking water. It's not that hard. It's not. So I don't know why that's a flex on here, and that is the least of our concerns. We're trying to have an actual debate between men about current issues in our society, and then you come in here out of nowhere, being weird and shit, talking about I want to see your face, don't know how to spell, and calling random people incels. The fuck?
Big old tough guy in the chat, too afraid to call in.
I'm spamming the link. I'm spamming.
I
it.
don't.
in,
I
you
really
fucking
wouldn't
coward.
understand. Well, it's not. I'm not gonna say anything that's gonna like go against him because I actually want to speak to him. But if you're gonna come here, it's fine to come here. I'll be honest. I don't really want to see you get shat on. I want you to come here and explain what's your belief and why you think we're incels and why you're upset with us for whatever your reason is, because you haven't really given us a proper answer to why you think we're incels in any form of fashion.
Literally came out of nowhere. Incel. Bro, we're talking about a dude that deleted him, that was about to delete himself.
Come on, Yeetus, just show your face so I can destroy your life, man. Such a bigot.
And give me your address too. A picture of your address with your face.
I need your address, your phone number, your social security number,
your birth certificate. I need the last 10 women that you slept with. So
I'll probably start asking for dick pics in a minute too.
I don't.
Come on, bro. I just want to see if it's really on fire.
But like, why would someone go through a stream and comment stuff like that just to troll? Like, I never actually understood or found any merit in there. Like, I don't get it.
Because in the end, he knows that we're right. He knows it. So a person that can't argue with your points, they will attack you in person. So,
and this is another thing, sausage fest. So men can't get together and discuss things as men. We need to have women in there. But then when women come into it, it gets flipped, and we're going to be called all sorts of ists and isms. Like, is this another problem with this particular space? Guys can't come together and, pardon the pun, no, bad phrasing. Can't get together. Guys can't get together and discuss things.
We didn't say women were always the problem. We hold men accountable as well.
Exactly. So, we're talking about men.
Well, I literally said I blame men for majority.
We
of
all
the
did,
problems.
pretty much. If you simply go back, Irish, into the stream, you will hear us say that.
No, he doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't give a fuck.
I ain't pros, man. Don't you go to the gym, bro? The gym is a sausage fest, bro.
No, I get it. I get it. He's bored because the girl that he was sleeping with didn't really get him off properly. So now he's just wasting his time and energy on us because he wants to feel needed and attention. That's the only thing.
He can even get it up, bro. The guy's pushing 40. Look at him.
Well, because that's the only thing that actually makes sense. You have a girl next to you, but you're worried with us. Why?
Irish anger, you're on complete.
He supports men's rights.
Because
of course he does.
Wait, hold up. Everybody stop. If you were about men's rights, you wouldn't be coming in here out of nowhere while we were talking about false accusations of men calling all of us incels because you want to see our face. The fuck is wrong with you?
Exactly.
You know what?
I want to see your face.
No. I know what side he comes from. He's from the red pill, like that large red pill, that roller pill side, where they say you have to show your face and all that stuff unless you're like your everything you're saying is bullshit. That's the only thing that makes sense.
Cam up, man. Cam up.
Because that's what just block this dude at this point. He's too soft to call in. He's too afraid to call in.
Okay, no. I'm gonna try and give you one like a out. You can type why you believe we're cells and what we said was wrong, and we'll have a conversation based off that. And I will be your champion and probably get shat on, but it'll be fun to try.
Shroom in the
fuck
chat.
'em.
Wait, I got a question for Irish. Irish, I was a lifeguard for 9 years. I saved 6 people. A lot of them were women. Does that make me incel?
Did you
Oh,
bang
shit.
all of them? Did you bang all of them, man? That's
Whoa,
what counts.
bro. A lot of them were
All right.
children. Hold on.
Context, man.
What the fuck?
You can't say, well, that's
He's-
as bad as you asking that same question to yourself, man. Context, bro. Context matters,
Context.
man.
What? It's hey, they're gonna grow up to be women. I'm just saying. I saved a little girl, and I saved a woman with her nephew at the same time. So one woman.
It's over. All right, he's
It's,
gone.
it's over for us.
Oh,
It's over.
oh.
Yeah, he was being very annoying and clearly intentionally sidetracking the whole conversation, right? The whole troll, because the audacity of that motherfucker that said that he was for men's rights. Fuck him.
Oh, even still, he was a good example of people that didn't know or were just too lazy or dumb that ruined everything that we have now because they were simple for women or they just wanted pussy and they'll do anything to get it and they fucked up people's life in the process. So yeah, great example of what we were talking about.
Yeah, he's one of those Simpson White Knights you gotta keep your eye out for, because he'll be the one. First phone call, if she feels that she's been wrong, he'll be putting on his cape and he'll be out to the rescue. All right, that guy
Captain
is
Save a Ho.
Sorry excuse. And do you see the example, chat, on why we gotta do these type of streams? Because once again, it's not calling out women's bullshit. It's calling out men's bullshit. It's calling out society's bullshit. Solely because we say, hey, you are acting out of control. What you're doing is not right. They're quick to go with the extremes, right? That's a feminine trait, all right? They go straight for the low blow where they know that we are right and they're wrong. Let me add Frank. Frank, what's going on, man?
Hey, my brother used to say, oh, sorry, Yeetus, it's me, it's the Irishman.
What's up?
Oh, yeah, I'm from Ireland, mate. I'll shove my bagpipes right up my own ass. If you know what I mean, you know. Shove them right up my own bum.
You did a drink with a fucking Scotsman your entire life, lady.
Or, just haggis. Sheep's got stuffed with barley. That's what it is. Scottish.
Scotland.
I'm getting it wrong, aren't I? Carry on, aren't I?
Come from the land of no potatoes, laddie. No potatoes, man.
You're from the Australian country.
The
I'm a
Australians
convict
sound
man.
like Irish almost all the time.
No, it's like Australian accent, but with the hard R's at the end. No soft R's. Like
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. It's not one for one, but it's pretty close.
Oh,
garden.
But hey, Frank.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about the current topic or our current discussion just now?
It was off. It was derailed by the Irishman, who called everyone incels. I could vouch for pretty much most of us. He probably doesn't even know what an incel means. I mean, there are young men out there who obviously the Pareto principle, the rule. They call it the 2080. I don't think it's 20. In fact, Hammerhand, last one I looked at. No, sorry, Terrence Pop. It was 4.5%. That's what they want. 4.5% of the. So I do feel sorry for young men, but it's not hard to get. It's easy. I get some tonight, possibly, probably, almost likely, but I don't even need to. So, and he's saying you guys are us incels. He doesn't know what the F he's talking about, but yeah. So that's concerning the Irish prick. My grandfather, I've got a lot of blood in me from all sorts of places, and he was killed in his own Irish pub, and he woke up and he fought the IRA. He banged him in the head with a shotgun. Not shot him, but banged him, and he went down, but he was like fighting Irish, and he died 8 days later. But he was all right. Didn't go to the hospital. But anyway, Irish anger, yeah, you don't know Irish fury. You're full of shit, you little dick. Yeah. And anyway, so the topic, yeah, carry on, guys. I've got some thoughts, and all your thoughts are good, and I've been listening, so it's all good.
It's all good, man. But for the meantime, I'm sending 4 of you guys in the background right now. So,
Hey, Yeetus, I can jump off anyways. I got some stuff I got to do.
all right, that's all good, man.
Hermit, how's that house deal going with you, bro, in Hawaii?
It's going pretty good. Just doing the paperwork shit now, but yeah, I'm getting an acre. It's got a clearing, and hopefully within a month I'll officially own it. I just put $1,000 down on it the other day, so they'd hold it for me. They're just like checking some stuff out on the land before everything's final. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for it.
I'm really happy for you, brother.
I'm gonna get a tiny house. I'm gonna grow my own food. I'm probably gonna start a second YouTube channel, and it's gonna be just off-grid living and growing food, exploring the island, and workout stuff. So it'll be a channel I try to get monetized, and it won't really be anything that's Red Pill or MGTOW related. It'll just be like that type of stuff. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. I've been planning this for 2.5 years now, and I've just been stacking my cash, and everything's just starting to fall into place. So
really happy for you, brother. Really happy.
yeah,
Congrats, man. I can't wait.
Nice.
Before him too.
All right, man. Thank you for joining, and peace out, Puniti.
all right, Puniti. See you guys.
All right, Dax, you mind going to the background, Ratchet, and carry on?
Yeah, I found that.
I guess I'll take
Yeah.
this substitute.
I was
Fuck it.
actually going to say I'll jump out. It's 2 p.m., which means it's gym time for me. So I need to get my pre-workout happening. So I'm going to bounce and someone else can take my place. You all can fight to the death. I don't really care. It'll be a fantastic show. But Yeetus, thanks once again for having me on. Boys, great discussion. So I'm talking for the first time. But, man, this is what it's all about, man. It's just about chatting. Look, no one's yelling over one another. No one's calling each other names. No one is pulling slurs or anything like that. This
You
is
cunt.
what... Oh, thank
Whoa!
I didn't want to say it.
That doesn't
That's
actually
like
mean anything to us. Like,
Just
that's
kidding,
a common
Jess.
word.
That's
I
every
knew it was
second
gonna
word
be
for me. So I'm
somebody.
just
I
like,
knew
man,
it.
whatever, man. That's every second.
Yeah, for
word
me and
me.
Nixon,
Doesn't
that's an
matter.
everyday thing. Like, you guys Americans, that means something. To us, it's like, oh, well,
He said,
what?
what?
Anyway.
I'm like, what? He is. And like, you can't say that. Yeah, I just did. Anyways, peace out, boys. End the chat. See you
All right.
later.
Peace
Take
out.
care, brother.
Peace. And Ratchet, you will be in the background.
All right.
I will say
Toss a coin.
I will take one for the team. Yeetus, take one for the team.
all right.
I can go into the background, bro.
It's my screen.
No, you just came on. You don't have to do that.
Oh,
You just came
oh,
here. You
young
gotta
angel.
stay. But hey, I'll let you back on, Dax.
Yeah, man, carry on. Make him proud, bro.
I'll try.
All right. So we're gonna add what the. I'm sorry, I just saw a new person. My bad. Hold on, give me a second.
Chronic, this guy.
I reckon Chronic was the Irish anger. I reckon he was in disguise, mate.
Hey, Shift, what is going
Yo,
on?
What's up? What's up going on, guys? How's everything? How's everyone doing tonight?
Hey, mate.
It's going great, but I kind of can't hear you. You got to turn it up a notch.
Alright. Do you hear me now?
A little bit more.
How about now?
Mm,
No, wait, hold on. How about now?
It's better than before, I guess. Slightly.
yeah, it's better than you got to turn it up if you can even more.
Yeah, like I have to scream at my mic right now. It's like fucking
Alright.
technology. How does it work?
You got an expensive mic or something like that?
I got this HyperX Sonic
We're-
gaming one.
Yeah, that makes sense. All those expensive ones, you need like a software to work it out and some shit like that.
Yeah, it's just how it goes.
Well, I'm gonna add this person, Shadow Codes. What is going on?
Yo, what's up, guys? Thank you for letting me join.
No problem, man. No problem. Is this your first time here?
Yeah, it's first time. I've been a long time Undead Chronic fan. Red Pill content creators, love them all. Yeah, what's up, guys?
Welcome.
All right.
Pleasure.
What's going on, man? You're gonna go next, but we're gonna start with Frank. Frank, what do you think about the topic, the question of the debate?
Yeah, I think it's very complex, brother. Look, and I look. So, women and men, and even in the chat, when I was watching the chat, they talk about spiritual things as well, the sons of God and stuff like that. Genesis 6. I think it's a deep spiritual problem that's never going to stop. We could say blame narcissistic politicians who need the vote of women. They need it. Repeal the 19th. It'll never happen because I actually said in the chat, women are communal. And if communism, and Marx was one of the biggest cucks, and Engels and all those ilk, they were the biggest cucks in the world. Well, unless you got rid of all women and you didn't have a male imperative or a male drive, male instinct, biological, it'll never change. Like TFM always would say, repeal the 19th, and we say that. That would be good, but it'll never happen. The White Feather Brigade that we were talking about before, you guys were talking about before, that's disgusting. And young men back in Britain and France, they killed themselves over that because they were either too young, and it was just complete shaming, complete gaslighting from these probably overweight, it's old maids who would give them a white feather and say, "You didn't go to war for us." What a crock of crap for me, mate. I'll protect the people I love. Male, female, doesn't matter. Dog, I'll protect my cat. Hard, but others, that I think I'm like, you're on your own, bud. So I think the question is so complex. Is it female nature? One. Is it politicians who want their vote? Two. Is it simps in society who support that? Three. Is it a spiritual force like the garden of? And I know I know some of us are agnostic or atheists, and that's cool. That's another consideration because it does say in the scripture about, and I can't see the chat, so I can't, but I can see the internal chat. So what are the causes of this? And I think they're multifold causes, and a whole bunch of causes that we could probably never unpack. Like there's a difference between correlation and causation, I think. And so it's very hard to unpack. It really is, brother. So those are my thoughts. Hermit had some good thoughts on it too. And all of the brothers, Dax, everyone's had some good thoughts on it. So Nixon as well,
Okay, Frank, I definitely see what you're saying. You have similar answers like Nixon and I think Carry On. Well, a few of them say that there's a lot of variables that contributes to the nuclear family being dissolved in the West, and I agree. But which one do you believe is the main cause?
If I were a spiritual force, a supernatural force, right, from another dimension, if I hated humans for whatever reason, if I was jealous in whatever circle of hell I was sent to, my strategy would be to attack the woman, attack the family, attack the nuclear family, because what do we got? A lot of people out there, we know all the stats. We've got all the stats. So I would attack the backbone of humanity, which obviously would be God's thing. If I were to plan a sadistic plan like that, I would attack the nuclear family by any means possible. Womanism.
I agree, Frank. You got to attack God's creation.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is the state is mainly at fault.
Well, the state or
attack the nuclear family.
Well, he was saying like it's the state or like divine or what would I say spiritual beings or ex-divine beings or so. But even still, there is people in power that want to gain something from someone, and they would even. I remember hearing this once that if you want to destroy a nation, you destroy the family because the family is technically like a mirror of the nation. If families are destroyed, the nation will fall soon after.
Yeah.
And that was a tactic that people used. Like if they wanted to destroy people without actually touching them, they would make sure they get afraid, make sure they load a few shortages. Families start to get upset at each other, and after people become demoralized, and you can just walk your soldiers in and just take over.
Yeah.
Okay, I see what you guys are saying. Shift. Yeah. I'm gonna let Shadow Codes go first because I know you're about to go in. I'm looking forward to that one.
Okay.
Okay. So I was gonna add on to what Frank was saying. Basically, Hitler said that first you get the children, then you get the women, then you get the men.
The
right?
man with the
Yeah.
man with the
That's
mustache?
that's the control mechanism that you use, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, look at where we're at nowadays.
Holy cow!
Yeah.
Should we have?
That's why Florida and everything else that's going on, they're trying to attack our children.
Should we have said his name, the mustached man, on the screen? We're going to get a strike. No,
Yeah.
just kidding. I said the mustached man.
Well, if it happens,
He might not get a strike, but we might get like demoted from
Sorry.
the.
yeah.
That's
I'll
fine.
try to keep
happens.
PG-13.
Nah, it's just whatever. It
It's
happens.
not
It-
PG-13.
it-
It's just that they don't like certain words in general because it leads people to check certain stuff, and they don't like people checking certain stuff.
Yeah, Shadow Clone didn't say
Sure.
it on purpose, right? Like I didn't see
Yes.
I didn't see the Batman with the mustache symbol on his room wall.
Orange man bad. Orange man bad. All right, come on, guys. We all know.
But you make a good point. You made a good point. You made it simple, but you made a great point. Shadow Clone.
Yeah.
Similar situation, especially with gun control. Don't get me started on gun control right now because of the situation that happened in Buffalo. They're already pushing again about the gun control situation. They're going to push hard, in my opinion, to take as many guns away as possible within the next two to however how long that dude's in office. But we're gonna go to shift now. Shift.
Yeah.
And before shift begins, if you want to support the Warband, your boy Sir Yeetus,
Consider.
I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna click, not me, but you guys. I can't donate to myself. You can go ahead and donate to PayPal.me/Sir Yeetus or Cash App/Sir Yeetus. Try your best not to use the super chat thing right now because Google is being a fucking ass right now. So if you still want to donate, go ahead and click on those two links on top. Any donations are appreciated. You guys are already generous to me today. Thank you very much. Channel, goddamn, I said don't do that. I said Google is being a jerk. But
Bastard
thank you.
channel. I don't like that
Thank you.
bugger. He's an
Thank
idiot.
you for the thank you for the $10 donation, man. Thank you very
He's
much.
an idiot. I don't like him. Get rid of him, mate. He's a piece of poo, mate.
Just in case. No, it's all good, channel. You already donated way enough today, man. It's all good. It's just that Google right now is being a fucking.
And
I can't say what
she who
I
will not be
want to
named.
say. Susan's already looking at me. But if you guys want to support, just click on those two links on top.
Oh,
and
yeah.
donate there. All donations are appreciated. my
the
brother.
Matrix.
I'm expected to get banned any moment. Like, honestly, I think I'm shadow banned. I don't give two fucks, man. Fuck it. It's like,
Why?
it is what it is.
You mean on your channel?
Yeah, it's all good
Oh.
because then I'm just waiting for Odyssey to get
Bigger?
StreamYards. Yeah. But
Huh.
from my point of view, I think the best way, if I was like a evil shadow player, how would I attack this approach? And honestly, I would attack on two fronts. And how do you do it? With the money, basically make it harder. Over time, it was a lot easier to raise a family, right? Where the guy was in the head of the household, the money system was, sound. It was easy. You didn't have to like
Shift
get
is talking.
you didn't have to get like a super complex fucking job and shit. You could raise a family and shit was right. The laws was in your favor as a man. But then slowly over time, corporations with Edward Bernays with propaganda, they started to say, women need to be included in this. How are we gonna scam them and all this other bullshit and sell them fucking these bullshit products and all that. And over time, slowly but surely, they got off the fucking gold standard then. Now, the money supply, they keep printing and printing. Now it's getting harder and harder to raise a family. Now with this, the money supply, increasing the money supply, everything is just way more expensive. Like, why the fuck are houses like $500,000 for a fucking shed? It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Oh,
And then, like, Yeah, there's no baby formula anymore. Are you kidding me? How the fuck are you gonna have a family if you're broke? You know, honestly, if you're broke, like,
Yeah.
you know, these broke women having families. I'm like, some of them have 8 children. Get the fuck out of here. This is insanity. Some of them.
What about
either-
the coin shortage? Like,
The
what do
what?
all the dads collecting all the fucking coins? Like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, man.
It's disinfo, dude.
Yeah. They're buying gold, buy silver. It's like the same old fucking grift back in 2009 when the fucking financial markets crashed, but they recouped after printing quantitative easing. And then they say, oh, I'm going to buy gold to protect myself. But guess what? The market went higher and higher. Stocks went up 25%, even with like discounted inflation, while gold is still at $1,800 an ounce. It's a fucking joke. Honestly, the best way is to attack them with the money, you know, and then bam. And then you could just like manipulate both sides. You could manipulate the women because women are easier to manipulate, you know. And now men are just so fucking goddamn weak. You know, they've been portrayed to be so fucking weak.
Yeah.
You know, and in the TV shows, it's like the guy, it's always portrayed to be a goofball. You know, what the fuck is that? What happened to
It's either
leadership?
either they're goofball or they're evil. It's like if they're smart, they're evil, and
Yep.
if they're not evil,
Right.
they're dumb.
God forbid if you talk like this, they already cast you aside. They're like, no, you don't know what you're talking about. You know, in a way, you know, women have been like fucking like treated like shit over the time. But to be honest, they also love raising families and stuff. They want to be led, you know. But now we can't lead them because of the way the system is, you know. With this money, look at our government. Our government is printing out of fucking control. Like a normal person raising a family, you can't do that. So why the fuck is our government doing that? It doesn't make any fucking sense. So that's my answer. I really think it's like the best way is to attack with the money, and then you know you can manipulate both sides, and then you know basically the family is like destroyed. It's a really tough time to raise a family right now. I know I feel bad for people now. I feel like a new mom, like she can't have baby formula. What the fuck? Not every woman can fucking breastfeed and shit. It's like that's fucking rough, man. But it is what it is, you know.
Actually, that makes sense when you talk about the money because I think around 1976 in America, that's where like the money started to raise drastically because for a period of time when they changed from gold to the current standard,
Yeah.
that is just printing and subsidizing their debt. It
Yeah.
was stable for a few years, and then it was like, okay, everyone's raising up, and after that time, just broke off, and the rich went extremely rich, and the poor just plummeted, and the medium class was floating
Yeah.
for around, and now they're sinking.
Yeah, here's the thing though. The thing about the US, we have the world reserve currency. So that's massive power, right? It's a race of the currency wars to finish last, and US is going to finish last, and that's a good thing because other countries are printing money, everybody's printing money, right? So but the US is trying to raise rates to give the illusion that it's strong, but really all the currencies are fucking dog shit, you know. But the US will finish last. And now people are seeing, like, even though there is
The ruble's going up in Russia, yeah.
Yeah. Do you know why? Because the Russians, they're asking the people in Europe, pay me in fucking rubles, don't pay me in your dog shit euro, and they got Europe in a stranglehold, you know. And it was like 140 rubles at the start of the war, and then it went down to 60 while the Fed raised interest rates. That's incredible. That means I think Putin has been planning this for decades, you know.
I think so.
He really has.
Smart man.
Yeah.
He's a smart man. He's not a madman. He's a smart
Yeah,
man.
Well,
He's
it's
going
not
against,
been
he's going against our new world order.
yeah.
But the big thing is, at the moment, when it comes to this debate right now, I will say, in conclusion, my
Are you drinking
I
with
will
us?
say-
Nick? I'm just
No, I'm thinking.
I'm drinking.
You will know if I'm drinking. I'll be a lot louder
I
than
do
this.
know.
But
Sorry.
I will say, in my opinion, to conclude this, is the modern women are the main reason, but the state and the simps and the ideology definitely accelerated the downfall of the nuclear family. On top of the contraceptions or whatever it's called, like the birth control and the condoms and all that crazy stuff that women can take now to prevent any type of pregnancy. That was also a big changer where they can literally prevent pregnancy from happening. So they're like, well, damn, I can, go out and do whatever I please, and I won't have to bear the consequences. Then social media became the final nail in the coffin, in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh,
So
it was a moth to a flame. Yeah.
What does the future hold for us? Like, where are we going? What do you guys predict is going to happen?
Most of the same shit that's happening right now.
In my honest opinion, I think both. This is just speculative, and I honestly think both men and women are going to lose. That's just how it is. Like, especially once artificial intelligence gains consciousness. That's what I think. Probably when I'm dead. Just imagine when, like Facebook, right? They bought like billions of the metaverse, and that's, the technology is very primitive. But can you imagine? Just imagine a situation when VR is as real as this world. Then what's preventing people from jumping in that little pod, connected to their pods, and never leaving their fucking house, and they're plugged in 24/7, living in a fake world?
Have you seen what Unreal Engine 5 looks like? There's a video of it. It looks absolutely fucking like real life.
Yeah.
So you're talking about
it's insane, bro.
Yeah.
You're talking about the Matrix then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Red pill. Yeah.
in my honest opinion, I don't think the world is going to end like that. I think it's a low
No,
probability
no.
event.
Yeah.
I just think the world is going to end with a whimper. Like, the masses are just going to be conned into accepting a fake reality. That's much easier than, if people know too much of the truth, they shut the truthers down.
They clean the slate.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And
Shift that.
yeah.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Excuse me. No, that's the ending of a T.S. Eliot poem, isn't it? The Hollow Men. This is the way the world ends. This is the way the world ends. This is the way the world ends. Not with a bang, but with a whimper. Remember that? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. That's what I think. But in a way, like, what gives me, like, lets me sleep at night in the probabilities. Of course, there's a probability of, like, a possible the Matrix possible, but I think it's a small probability. I think what happens is, and this is just my opinion, it is what it is that I think what AI will evolve into, like, a super consciousness. And it will know how weak humans are, and it will treat us like a squirrel in the park. It will be like, okay, you guys could live like Amish if you want to. You don't have to join us. We'll take care of you. But if you want to be part of our consciousness, then you can join us, and it will separate the humans and realize that not all of us agree. Not all of us, it will use Epicurus philosophy, It will just separate us. It will know that, okay, you are a weak simp. You belong with the other simps. And or something like that, as an example. And the AI will not have weakness. So
yeah, the AIs wouldn't want to wipe out humans. They wouldn't find no necessary need to.
But what it will do, it will eliminate the money system altogether, and also destroy the people that I believe, the shadow players, the ones that cause all the problems, because the people in the shadows have the most power. True power is, like, hidden. It's not. If it's out in the open, then it's too fucking obvious. In reality, the people that have the billionaires, the one that show themselves, they're middle level players. They're not really the ones with power. It's the ones in the shadows. So,
who are the ones in the shadows? If we could ascertain.
Well, it's too. Susan doesn't like the
I know.
Yeah, let's not go too crazy.
It's to say they're old families.
I gotta go right now. Do you have anything to say to the Warband? Carry on.
Nah. I said what I have to say for this topic.
All right, Frank, have anything to say?
All I can say is I love all the boys, and God bless, and be safe, and have a swivel head on all the time. That's all I can say.
All right.
Thank you, brother.
Codes. Anything to say?
I just want to say thank you guys. God bless the Red Pill, and thank you for having me on tonight.
No
And
problem,
hopefully
bro.
I
No
can
problem.
join again.
Oh, too easy. Schiff, anything to say?
Yeah. Thank you and Poniti.
All right, thank
Poniti.
you, man. Puniti. All right.
Thank you,
Dex,
brother.
anything to say?
I love the Warband, Puniti.
Woo! Okay,
Let's go, boys.
one more. All right, peace out, man. Ratchet, anything to say to the Warband?
Oh, well, Puniti, I guess. Keep the chain
All
going.
right. Puniti. Do. All right, it is your boy, Sir Yeetus, the one, the only. I definitely had a great conversation today. Fortunately, I cannot keep going because stupid responsibilities of adulthood. Yeah, I know. I gotta take care of some right now. But right now, this is only episode 1 of current debates. I know we derailed a lot on this debate. We didn't really focus in, but hey, this is our first trial and error. We're gonna see if we can do it a lot the next time. Thank you everybody that donated. Well, especially Channel. Channel was very generous today. Alan Hermit, etc. Once again, I'm gonna put the links in the comments after I end this. If you want to donate to those 2 websites. And I'm definitely going to be doing another stream tomorrow. All right, and it will be a regular Yeetus thoughts because there is something I do want to talk about. It's going to be pretty interesting. I love the maximum engagement as well. You guys were very good at participating. I definitely enjoyed it. But this is Sir Yeetus. I'm glad you guys got all the gems today. That conversation was like, whoa. But we're going to continue to do that. I am out. Peace.